Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he thanks us for coming. Bartender whispers.
All right, we are back. We have a very special guest tonight, Brian Pannuzzo.
Yes, sir.
By the way, much talked about, much anticipated episode of this program. A guy with his own podcast, which gets much better numbers than this. By the way, you can lift that up.
I'm not sure it does, actually.
It does. You turn it left.
No, I'm saying I'm not sure my podcast gets better numbers. I put it down. I'm good.
Oh, no. I've checked it out. You get better numbers. Don't worry. I check out my competition.
Okay,
I know what's going on. I know we're not exactly competition.
All right.
Real quick, before we get going with this. Danny,
Yeah.
tell me about your day. How was it?
Oh, you want to talk about this morning?
Yeah.
Brian, you ready for this?
Oh, shit. Is this the intervention you were talking about?
Not yet.
okay.
Not yet, but it is fitting that you're wearing that jersey.
We're going right into it today. There's no fucking glad handing.
So,
For everybody at home, this is a Thursday.
I'm not prepared for this.
This is a Thursday.
This is a Thursday. This is a Thursday.
this is a
This is a
Thursday.
Thursday.
And I texted these boys immediately after it happened. So, I go on break roughly 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock. It all depends. And I come down, and as I get off the elevator, there's an electrician there. And he goes,
I'm the son of an electrician. So
And
I like
he's-
where this is started. Yeah.
they're terrible. They don't clean up. They stink. But he's got a bag of Five Guys. This is at 9 o'clock in the morning, which no big deal.
Respect.
Yep. And he goes, "You won't believe who was just in Five Guys." And I said, "Who?" "It's pouring in Boston today." Yeah. So I usually bring my leftovers, but if I don't, as you know, I hit Taco Bell or I hit Five Guys.
Oh, I know. Now, Five Guys is new, but yeah.
Yeah. Five Guys is right next door to Taco Bell, so I got to switch it up.
Okay.
And Jason Tatum was there picking up a burger at
Look
9
at
o'clock,
that. Look at
9
that
o'clock in the
shirt.
morning. Now,
That shirt.
Now, someone, because I put this on my status, and someone said, "Are you sure it's not an old video?" Because there's a video that's out there of Jason Tatum coming out of the same Five Guys. And I said, could be, right? It could be. Until I go into Taco Bell, and the ladies behind there go, "Look at this picture," and they have a picture of them like outside, pouring rain with Jason Tatum, 15. I just missed it.
Okay.
So now, this is my point, though. If Jason Tatum can drop 30 a night, and he's allowed to have a burger at 9 a.m., why can't we?
Because you don't look like Jason Tatum, nor can you drop 30 a night.
I can't drop 30 in a lifetime, by the way. You've never seen me play basketball.
There was I have a bunch of friends who love to cold plunge, and I used to have a chest freezer
Yes.
on the side of my house. So I've cold plunged, love it, but I bust their balls a lot because like people who cold plunge, it's like they're like vegans. They tell you immediately when you meet them.
Oh, shout out to my man Paul Downey, who I know listens.
Immediately. And so I saw this thing on Twitter. It was Tyreek Hill walking into a Monday Night Football game for the Dolphins with a bag of McDonald's.
Yes.
And it was like one of the greatest athletes in the world is eating McDonald's before his game. You think your cold plunge is going to help you with your 4 meetings today at your fucking office. You're out of your mind. So,
All right, so let's just preface this whole thing. I think everybody who listens to this show knows we've been leading up to this. Pannuzzo was my college roommate senior year. A 1,000-point scorer, Division II athlete, basketball player.
1,200.
Could have sat the bench. Could have sat the bench at Drexel. Fact, right? Chose to start.
That's a fact.
I like that. I like that move. Yeah. Listen, this is a guy who was always in shape when it wasn't cool to be in shape, right? I'll just say that. Like when we were in college, this is a motherfucker who was like dabbing his pizza to get the oil off. Now, let me say this. Now, in retrospect,
A Jersey guy?
Listen, now in retrospect, I'd be busted balls. This kid was on full ride, right? So like, you got to protect the asset, and that's what I appreciate. As I got older, it took me a while. I was a dummy. I've always said this. Before I was 29, 29 days ago, I was a dummy, right? Before I was 29 years old, I was an absolute idiot. I just didn't pay attention to how the world worked. Full ride, you got to protect the asset, right? And you got to get the best out of yourself, which I think you always did, which I appreciate. But you were always health conscious, I would say, right? Initially.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I various degrees. But
Yeah.
yes, especially towards the end of my college career.
Yeah, definitely. And then obviously you went to Wall Street.
I did.
Yeah. Had a great career on Wall Street, right?
Yeah. I mean, as far as Wall Street goes, it was average, but it was great.
Yeah, but
Was
like,
Wolf of Wall Street about you?
No, I wish. I missed that error by about a decade. I was a decade too late.
No
that was
Quaaludes.
more
No, I was
like-
about to say, where's the
no
lewds?
Quaalude, no ludes on the desk. Cocaine was done at night, not on the desk or at lunch, and no one was like, I didn't go to any lunches. We would watch movies like that, and my wife would be like, because my wife still doesn't know what I did for 20 years. She'd be like, is that what you used to do? I'm like, God, I wish. No. So, sorry, keep going.
and then decided to give it all up, right? Like let's just put it this way for the people at home, you could have kept doing what you were doing, right? Which you were obviously we're not in love with anymore.
Sure.
Probably initially weren't like a lot of people aren't in love with what they do every day, probably.
Yeah.
But like you were sick of it. You thought it was not fulfilling you, and like. I would say 99% of people who do that job, who are making that level of money, are going to stay doing it because they are always chasing the bigger, better, like carrot or whatever, right?
That's probably fair.
And you were like, yeah, fuck that, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm moving to California. I'm going to become a health influencer
Yeah.
or a health coach. I should say influencer. That's not the right word.
I'm an
to say.
executive coach
Executive
now,
coach.
right
Yes. Yeah. But anyways, it was a huge leap to make. Like that's a massively insane move for most people to even comprehend.
For sure.
Right?
Yes.
Like I definitely didn't get it when I first saw you do it. Like I was like, that's insane.
I'm not sure I still get it. But yeah. I had many moments of not getting it.
But so just tell people what you actually do. Like now.
Yeah, so I'm an executive coach. I also am a company wellness consultant. Fancy terms. I work with organizations inside of corporate America. It's a lot of health coaching. It's a lot of life coaching. If you want to like really dumb it down.
Yep.
I had my moment 10 years ago, which was like 15 years into my corporate career, of like realizing that all the things that I was achieving from a professional standpoint had come at pretty major costs. I was overweight. I had drug, alcohol, gambling addictions. My wife wanted to divorce me. Like I was a mess. And I was
Okay, so you're currently like me now. So
Yes
kidding.
and-
I'm
yes
kidding.
and
Let's
no,
go.
yes
Yeah.
and it was a little less obvious
Sure.
to people, which is why I balked there
And
for
he
a
was
second.
making more money,
Yeah,
too.
it was a little less obvious. People just assumed I was doing great because like big house, country club,
Sure.
all the things, and I always showed up. Like I never like missed anything. Just had a moment where I was like, a lot of things happened. We don't need to like go into all the details because we'd take too much time, but. Realized that like I needed to make a change in my life, like forcible change. Like it was forced upon me. Doorbell rang, pile of shit, flaming at the doorstep, and I had lit it on fire in many different ways, and started to make a bunch of changes in my life. Started with my physicality because I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know what I was doing. Just figured like, well, if my wife is going to leave me, at least I'll get in shape. I got to cut her half my net worth. Or maybe I can make her love me more if I start to look better again. None of those things were true. But I started to like find some new passions. I started to realize like, oh, if I keep promises to myself, like I'm going to wake up and I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat a little bit better. I'm going to drink a little bit less. Like things start to change mentally for you. You start to feel a little bit more confident. You start to, keep promises to other people. When I'm out for drinks after work, I tell my wife I'm going to be home at 8:30. I don't walk in at 11. Mm-hmm. When I go to play golf at 8 in the morning, I don't tell her I'm going to be home at 11:30 or 12, and then come home at 2 and have to take a nap because I've had 4 vodkas at the club. I started to just like tell the truth more, be honest with her more. And my life started to change a lot. Our relationship got a lot better. I obviously got into a lot better shape.
Yeah.
And nothing happened. Like this wasn't even me wanting to leave my career. Nothing changed in my career. It actually got better. So I was like, this story I was telling myself of like, oh, I have this stressful life and I have to be out and I have to do this and I'm married and that. Like, it was all bullshit.
Yeah.
And so like, I just find that all these things that we say about ourselves and our lives, like, it's all bullshit. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can create whatever life you want, and that's kind of what I've been doing for the last
It's about
5
Taco
years.
Bell life addiction. That's what we're doing. Danny's life story would be like, I was going to Taco Bell twice a day. You know what I mean? Like, but I was still, you couldn't tell because I wasn't fat. So it was a problem. You know what I mean?
See, like
let's start with one thing here right now. You have the best accommodations in the history of the Pulling the Cork guests ever.
By the way,
courtesy of
red
us.
carpet.
Unbelievable.
Who lost all the money for me to get that room?
Who won all the money? Listen,
Yeah.
we don't want to talk about win
We're not
loss.
talking
anything,
about
huh?
losses. This is all about wins.
All
All
about
right,
wins.
Yeah.
listen,
Thank you.
it's all about wins.
Absolutely.
All
That's
right?
a mindset. That's
Yeah.
a good boy, Fitzy.
I
There we
got,
go.
listen, as I like to do, I like to save, like, you know, what I think is the best content for the podcast. So, as everybody knows here, I keep a ledger,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I keep a ledger, like, and it doesn't, nothing gets erased. It's a stone ledger, right? So, like, Danny told me he was going home because his wife was sick after the Halloween party, and he went to Mix 23, what is it called? Mix 360.
360.
And I found pictures of him the next day, ledger. Right? Now, listen.
Never leaving
Does
his
not
brain.
change
Never,
how much I love Danny, but it's in the ledger. Some lady talks shit about the Pulling the Cork podcast. That's in the ledger. And by the way, don't love her. So different page of the ledger. Now, Brian comes in last night to get his room key, and I'm like, oh, what are you doing tomorrow? He's like, oh, I'm taking our friend TJ golfing to this exclusive golf course. He goes, I just figured I'd take TJ. I'm like, oh, I didn't say it because I'm like, I'll save it here. You think you're going to take me who got you this fucking 2 nights at the fucking Encore? Like, not even a consideration?
We just went to a golf simulator. I saw your swing. I made the right choice.
Listen,
Oh shit!
I'm going to tell you this right now. That may be correct, okay? But in theory, it's incorrect, all right? I'm a better hang than TJ, and I love TJ.
You're a
Let me
much
say this
better
right
hang.
now.
TJ, we
Yeah.
love you. We're going to see you shortly,
Yeah.
I think.
I'm just saying it's in the ledger. I still love you.
You're a
Nothing
much
changes.
better hang than TJ.
Nothing
I
changes.
think,
We've-
I think,
been-
I think that went to the front of the ledger. No.
Well, I mean, especially after that golf.
apparently
yeah. Listen, I'm going to take...
I'm next to the obituaries. You just made headlines.
Yeah, you just made it in the ledger. I'll tell you that right now. But listen, in all seriousness, by the way, Pannuzzo's cranking like 310 on the fucking simulator driver, just smoking fucking drives, like
Smooth.
ridiculous.
Smooth drive.
Straight
Rudy
though?
swings.
Straight.
Straight?
Yeah, straight.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so real quick, why do we have this Celtics Tatum shirt on
I
right now?
chunked a few wedges, but after the 310 drive.
My
But yeah.
wedge game.
So we just
tight.
played Mount Hood at the golf tournament
Yeah.
last Friday, right?
Any
Dude, I was
birdies for you this year?
no. You saw that video? Great video.
Yeah,
So,
natural,
dude, listen,
I pay attention. I'm a fan of the pod. Of
Yeah,
course,
I
love
was
video.
absolutely
Patreon.
crushing the ball off the tee. Right? I feel like whoever designed Mount Hood put the
Designed it for
woods
you?
in the wrong place. Because my balls were hit fucking perfectly. And I never was in the fairway once. Not once.
We haven't done a frauds episode in a very long time, but I've said this, I think, even before I've known you.
My driver.
No. No. I think whoever makes golf courses are frauds. Who,
Yeah,
can't,
dude,
make who
fucking-
can't make a golf course?
Figure it out, dude. Put me on the fairway.
Just put a
will
hill
ya?
there, a ditch there, whatever.
Now
Sit-
you're getting into Joey Boats mode where it's like, by the way,
It's very true, though.
I was like, very appropriate. I just have to, but I'll forget this. Pannuzzo, well-known Joey Boats fan, right?
I'm a Boats fan.
the
Boats love you.
Yeah, Boats. He's a Boats fan. Boats is going to be psyched. Everybody knows Joey. Joey is infamously no naps. Thinks napping is for idiots.
Yep.
As he said, napping's for idiots. He
good.
puts. I mean, children nap. He puts fucking that. He put that thing on his Instagram the other day again with John Bernthal doing
Yeah.
it. Like, how good time for naps, man. Pannuzzo, like infamously, you have problems with your sleep, right?
Yeah, I
that's the
don't
one
sleep
thing I would
great.
say is like
That's accurate.
You're trying to solve.
Correct.
But you get up at what time usually?
4.
4, right? And I go to him today. We're walking through Encore, me, him, and Rudy, and I'm like, so you go down like for an hour, right? You have to. You know, like I've been waiting to ask him this face to face. He's like, nah, dude, I don't nap. And I'm like, that's when Joey Boats came up. I'm like, fucking
He's
Boats.
gonna cream
And
his
like,
pants.
yeah, no
Boats.
naps, kid. No
He's
naps.
gonna be like, fucking right, dude. You know?
What are we fucking children? Boats? Come on. No, I don't nap. And I'll qualify. If I could fall asleep right away, I would nap for 30 minutes.
Sure.
Randomly
Yeah,
here and there.
yeah.
But it takes me 25 minutes to fall asleep in the middle of the day, so it doesn't make sense for me to nap.
Yeah.
At night, I'm done. I'm out.
You really? So
out.
what time do you go to bed?
8:39.
Yeah. Jesus, how do you do that? But like I was saying to Rudy, I'm like, my
What do you
kids are
mean,
still
how
up
do I
till
do that?
11:30.
Yeah, I know. They go to bed after me. I mean, fuck. How do I do it? I physically get up from the couch.
Is your wife up?
Yeah, she stays up.
Yeah, my kids are smoking weed in the house. Like it's a problem.
Well, if
You
my
know,
kids are smoking weed, I might stay up with them, but they're not smoking
no,
weed
I'm
yet.
fucking around.
What? So, like, do you have? What's the problem with sleep? Are you like a sleep apnea guy?
No, I just
And,
wake up.
dude. You laugh. You
Yeah,
laugh.
I
but,
probably
like,
I should get a CPAP. 'Cause
I know for a
'cause-
fact I'm due for
Like
that.
skinny
coming.
guys, you think
Yeah.
need them really?
I snore.
My
I
whole-
Oh
snore
yeah, it
for
doesn't
sure.
matter. Bo.
It doesn't matter?
I
No,
mean, weight
No,
is
that's
a
weight.
huge,
Weight's a huge contributor, but
Yeah.
it doesn't have have
But
to.
it doesn't have to be
I
fat
got,
guys that
I got
have it.
deviated septums.
My
like,
father
yeah,
was,
so-
he had one. My uncle still currently has one. The writing's on the wall. You hear this voice, something's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
I snore, supposedly, I still don't believe it. It's not, but I supposedly snore, my snores wake
People
up
have told
the
you
dead.
you snore.
I have a mask, and the reason why I got the test
wear it?
taken, I wear it all the time.
Nice. Has it improved your sleep?
It has, big time, and improved my energy levels throughout the day
Because it's improved your sleep. Yeah.
because it's improved my sleep.
gonna
And
do
I
it.
wasn't convinced.
Yeah.
My wife video recorded me sleeping,
Jerking
and
off.
it was like,
How do you do that?
and it was like,
Do it.
it was like I stopped breathing
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
30, 45 seconds at a time
What?
in my sleep. Yeah. And then came to like choking.
Dude,
Yeah.
so I currently do that. And I'll,
Yeah, dude,
and I'll
go get-
fucking go, yeah,
Yes.
it
Yeah.
fucking sucks.
Go
It's
get the
scary as
go
shit.
get the test taken. They send you home with it. You don't even have
This
to
is
go to a
brought to you
sleep
by
study anymore.
CPAPmachines.com.
Like,
I think those studies are set up to be like, of course.
I mean, of course, you're in. Yeah,
Shout out to Rudy over there.
yeah, Rudy's here.
Yeah, by the way, my buddy Rudy's here.
Oh, so the Celtics jersey.
Yeah, so why is it on?
So the Celtics jersey is on for a number of reasons.
Now, you should explain. You are not from here.
I am from.
let me just
all
put-
let me, hold
let me
on,
qualify
let me
real
let me
quick.
caveat
All
how
right,
desperate
go
this
ahead.
fucking podcast
You
has
do it.
gotten. All right. I am from New Jersey. I'm a Yankee fan. I live in LA and I root for the Celtics. All right. That's how desperate you guys have gotten. No, I'm kidding. So,
And you bought your fucking pizza from New Jersey. And you're
No,
Italian.
by the way, in fairness to him, the
that's
pizza that we're talking
allegedly.
about was
That's
trash New
allegedly.
Jersey
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah, that
the
was-
worst
that was
pizza.
allegedly.
By the way, Rudy, my buddy over there, is from Swanton, Vermont. The fucking sticks. The worst fucking sticks in Vermont, right? He brings me up, he's like, Swanton House of Pizza.
He talked about it last week.
Swanton House of Pizza. He's like, this is great pizza.
He
I'm
said it
like,
was the worst pizza ever.
it's fucking bad.
I don't recall the dabbing of the oil,
Real-
but I certainly wouldn't dab a proper slice of pizza from New Jersey. Not even.
No,
close.
we're talking about fucking like trash, like
Yeah,
Domino's that
yeah,
we have at
probably,
like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, probably. So I'm wearing a jersey because we made a bet with our great friend of the pod, Fonz,
Bonds.
who is my worst client, and he's not even fucking paying me.
But you can lump me in there.
So 6 months or so ago, you reached out to me and said, "Hey, would you talk to my friend Andrew?
Yep.
I think he could really use, like a pep talk and your help." And so
Some
I was like,
direction.
of course, I absolutely would do that. And so I reached out to him. We had a convo, and we've now been communicating literally on a daily basis for the last 4 months because I require him to text me his steps and his weight every day.
Daily.
And so we talk literally. We
Yeah.
talk every single day. Over
First text I get, by the way, producer's up earlier than me and Fonts. And we're on the East
Most
Coast.
of the time,
Yeah.
I'm the first person to fucking text. And I want these guys to see, like, at first it was like, they're like, wow, you move a lot. And it was like the next day, they're like, wow, you did it again. I'm like, these motherfuckers, they have no idea.
By the way, that's not me, right? That's Fonts.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah,
like,
that-
yeah, I
that's
fucking
true.
know.
That's
He
true.
moves
Yeah.
all the time.
And so I wanted him to see, because it's like, there's no bullshit. There's no gimmicks. Like, it's just literally doing the basics over and over and over and over and over again. And it's like whatever he's done, he's done for a long period of time to get himself to where he is. And it's like, it just takes the reverse.
Yeah.
For likely not as long, but way longer than
You think. Yeah.
Which is the unfortunate situation that a lot of people find themselves in. And so we set a way too conservative goal of a number. I don't know if
That was
people know-
reached.
I don't know if people know Fonz's weight, so we're not gonna.
Yeah, we're not gonna-
I don't need for that.
So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we put a number out there, which I thought was like, this is a fucking layup.
Yeah.
And I said, if you get there, I'll show up in and do the
Tatum
pod and the Tatum jersey. Now, what he didn't know at the time was number
You're a
one,
Celtics fan.
love the NBA. Number two, not a Celtics fan, but love
like Tatum.
Love
You like
nasty basketball players
Yes.
like Tatum. Number three, I figured I'd be fucking jacked as fuck right now, which I
you are.
am, and I was gonna buy a size that my son could fit into, who's 14. And so he'll get the jersey when I'm done.
Smart.
So there was a lot of hedging there on my
Yeah.
part that he didn't know.
There's a lot
about.
of bonuses for you, actually.
But that's,
You know
that's
what I
why.
mean?
What
Like
I didn't
Rudy's-
do, what I didn't do is take my shirt off during a baseball tournament last weekend to properly work the tan out. So
Nah, that's all right. That's
these
fine.
things happen.
We'll forgive you for that. On this show, that's fine. That's accepted.
Seriously. Pretty sure I have the best tan out of all of
Now,
you
listen,
fucking
you know
guys.
what? Now, what I think is interesting about this is that despite the fact that, this is good guys, trash people, as me and Fitzy have said, as Fitzy explained to a woman at Porch Fest last year, is like, some people think that means they just see the slogan and things mean we're trashing people, and you're like, no, it means we're good guys. Like we get our steps in, but sometimes we eat McDonald's on the weekends. But who's your buddy? Is Jay Hughes, whatever it is?
Yeah, Jay Hughes.
This dude
Wakes up every morning 3:30 before work.
3:30, like in that gym,
Goes to
putting
the
his
gym.
fucking work in.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of corkers out there that aren't just
Okay.
Jay's
just
another
eating
one.
fucking burgers.
Jay's another one that's gonna cream his pants. 2 weeks in a row, we mentioned his routine.
Oh, dude, this
He's gonna
dude is
cream in his pants.
Dude, this dude is like just legit as fuck.
Yeah.
Like he's working out like hardcore.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
He actually.
I watch it when I'm laying in bed, like in the morning.
You heard me. You heard that's fucking wild, by the way.
Yeah, I beat off to it.
I recently. You guys are sick. I
My
recently
dad's gonna love that.
joined the gym again.
So long, Kevin Hart, for another video.
Right. Recently joined the gym again.
Congrats. Have you gone?
Yeah. No, I've been doing pretty well. I don't go every day. I'm probably like 4 to 5 times a week.
What kind of splits we doing? What are you doing? What are you doing at the gym?
We don't need to talk about what honest to God, you want to
I
know what I
don't
do?
even know
You're the
what
one
that
who brought it up.
No, I'm bringing it up for a reason.
okay.
But I go to Chat GPT and I say, "What should I work out today?"
Okay.
It's worked.
It's worked. Yeah.
Worked. I had a
Listen, you got a free
ChatGPT
fucking-
remembers
you got-
what you did yesterday.
yeah. Well, so like if I know that I'm doing tries, chest and tries.
So
or
you
whatever,
ask it for the
yeah.
exercises. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And then they're like, how like advanced are you? And I'm like, I'm a child.
All right, so let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you this, because I think a lot of people out there who listen to this show are not like Jay Hughes, right? And just like getting up at 3:30 and getting ripped.
Right.
I will say this from experience is that I've done now listen, I've been fighting with my weight since I was a fucking kid. Like I just have. And I can get down and I can get up and listen, as I've said, my favorite pastime out of all the pastimes everybody has in the world is doing exactly what we're doing right now. Crushing beers and having a great time and talking. That is literally my favorite thing to do in the world. Sure. Now, Pannuzzo would probably argue, well, can't you, you can have a great conversation without the beers. And I'm like, yeah, but that would be like, somebody would be like, that's my favorite thing to do is water ski, and then be like, do it in the parking lot. Like, you know what I mean? It's just not the same, you know what I mean? Like, get me on the water, right? So what I'm saying is this, though. I did a couple of these, me and guys we know, Strat, obviously. We had this big weight loss contest, and one of them I was just so fucking, just dead on set winning.
Biggest loser win?
What's that?
Does the biggest loser win?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I ended up, the first time I did it, I was playing hoops at the time, so I was playing hoops 4 days a week, and then I was doing like double workouts, right? And I got down to like this number, whatever it was like 185. And then I was texting with Brian, and he was like, dude, he's like, just track what you're eating, and if you're feeling good on that number, all you need to be doing is, if you're not going to do weights, like all you need to be doing is getting excess of like 12,000 steps a day, right? So instead of like the last time I was doing it, right, where I was doing like, so I didn't know this at all. So the last time I was doing it, I was like fucking burying myself in cardio, right? High intensity cardio, right? The next time I lost more weight, but I never did any of the high intensity cardio. I just got shitloads of steps in, right? And like he was saying, he's like, I didn't know this. I never thought of it. Now, it should seem like it's normally makes sense. If you do more fucking cardio, like heavy cardio, you're going to be hungrier from doing that, right? Than you would be if you just took a shitload of steps.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
Is that
accurate.
correct?
So factually, you burn more calories with that intense workout, right? But it's hard to manage your hunger response from the workout. And first of all, the calorie trackers, the thing that's on the elliptical or even our Whoop or our Oura Ring or whatever, it's all full of shit. Like you have no idea what you're burning.
Yeah.
And so it's not that the cardio is bad in and of itself. It's that it will. I mean, have you guys ever done a big workout before and been like, "Fuck, I'm hungry," afterwards? Yeah. So it's hard to then. I mean, what do you burn? 300 calories in that fucking workout?
Yeah.
I can sneeze 300 calories in the kitchen.
Crush that so quick.
Yeah.
Quick. I mean, so I can snort something and it'll be 300 calories, right? So the most efficient way to do it is to manage the intake part, which is the annoying part, the meticulous part, the part that requires preparation, the part that requires, some form of like self-control. And so people don't want to do that. They try to just outwork what they're intaking, and it never works. And so like you just said, like you do a fucking weight loss challenge every year.
Yeah.
Like by definition, it's not working. You're doing it every year. What the hell are you doing?
The best thing in relation to that ever was like, I've told the story, but not this story, but I worked when I was starting my business and I was on a non-compete, I worked at the Home Depot at night. And so I was working in Chelsea at the Home Depot, and this guy walks in and he goes, hey, I'm painting my bulkhead. Can you give me that paint? And the guy goes, that's not the right paint for it. And he goes, nah, that's what I use every year. And he goes, say that again for me.
Yeah.
He's like,
say it again.
He's like, yeah.
Say it again.
That's why you paint it every fucking year, idiot. You know what I mean? But it's the same thing.
It's like if you just did it right the first time or the one time, because we've all done it 10 times. We all know people that have lost 15 pounds over and over and over and over again. So it's like, I even said this to you this morning when me, you, and Rudy were talking. It's like at the bottom of any pyramid or any foundation of the house has to be adherence. So it doesn't matter if it's nutrition or your fitness program or how you fucking communicate with your wife or whatever. Like, you have to build a program that works for you. Now, clearly, you get into a analysis of like, well, that's not going to create results. If you can adhere to a program that allows you to drink 6 times a week, that's not going to create results.
Yeah.
So let's figure out what's going to create results. But if that's a perfect plan, which is what everyone tries to do, everyone goes 0 to 100, right? Why not just go 45, 50, 60 to start?
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm going 32 right now.
Go 32.
Working on 32.
Yeah, go 32.
No, you're right though. I mean, listen. Everything's a balance, right? We're trying to find balance, right, Fitzy?
Oh, yeah.
When you say,
Yep.
balance is key.
I gotta talk to you about your 80-20 lifestyle because it's more like 80-75.
Yeah, well, recently it's been very bad. So I'd say a year and a half ago, I had it dialed in for like 6 months.
Okay.
And I lost 58 pounds.
Nice.
And I was doing
Describe dialed.
so number one, there were minimal beers.
Okay. How realistic is that?
It was very realistic because I switched to vodka and seltzer.
I got a great story about that.
Right? But it was like polar seltzers, 0 across the board, right? And Tito's, right? Which is still calories. Tito's like, what, 70
but minimal.
per fucking whatever.
Minimal.
So I was doing that very consistently. I was fucking cooking falafel every single week. You ever have falafel?
I have, but yeah.
Chickpeas. I was
I know
making
what
that.
it is. It's
So that and tuna fish.
By the
and
way,
fucking-
Taco Bell
didn't
way
see
better.
you and falafel coming.
Yeah, dude.
And
I'm
not from
telling
a
you.
fucking mile away.
You
Right,
see the
so-
Greek freak over there, Brady?
And he loves it.
I love it. And I was making my own tzatziki with it and fucking cutting vegetables, prepping.
Cutting
Prepping.
vegetables. This kid was cutting them. You know, he wasn't
Right?
just buying them, he was cutting them up.
That's burning calories, right?
It is burning calories. That's what we call non-exercise activity thermogenesis. That's neat.
I was pacing at fucking sports games.
Okay.
I was
Yes.
walking
Now you're
around.
talking about
I was
my
doing
love
tons
language.
of. I was doing tons of walking.
So why did you stop?
Summer
Summer.
IPAs taste good in the summer.
Okay. It's fine.
And then, hey, so the following year I did dry January.
Oh, God.
He hates it. Brian hates
Right?
it.
We're
And
going
then,
to see if
so
I can
this
body
is
slam you by the end
so
of
this
this
is
podcast. You're a big boy,
2024.
but I'm fucking big.
2024. I did dry January.
How'd it go?
I made it. These two bailed on me.
Yeah.
We did it 2023. We're trying to see. It was like his
Yeah, it was like-
prospecting.
Yeah, come on. You committed to it and then you fucking fell off.
Correct.
Yes. So both of them failed. I finished it
Yeah.
and then
Did you
immediately
drink
went
on February
Then it
1st?
got worse.
and immediately went off the rails.
By the way,
February 1st.
I have- this is in
to
my-
the point where it was. I have not recovered since. What do
By
we?
the way,
May?
let's
End of May?
May 31st tomorrow.
date this.
Oh, no.
Let's date this. It's May 30th.
June 1st is the
I'll
day.
never financially recover from this.
June 1st. I promise you, June 1st is the day.
The last
Then
time,
Fergfest.
I did and will ever do dry January, and this is in my new life.
Yep.
Because I was in LA. It was
Yeah.
my first. It was February 1st, 2020, because we moved in 19. But I did dry January, and it just so happened that February 1st was a Saturday morning. Otherwise, I would like to believe I didn't do this. I wouldn't do this. But I poured a fucking vodka, club soda, and then like the beauty of living there is like you can walk in the neighborhood and you have to fight drinking alcohol first thing in the morning because there's lemon trees and orange trees and shit. So I'm like, oh my God, give me a fucking drink. And so I got a fresh orange from my neighbor's tree across the street and I poured a drink, and I was like, as I was drinking, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing right now? It's 9 a.m.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And I'm like, I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating 30 days.
I didn't know what response you were gonna get out of us. But I was like,
Fucking
I'm like, tell us more.
I was just happy that after 30 days, 31 days of doing the right thing, now he's stealing fruit and he's fucking drinking alcohol. I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Someone's
fucking
not
perfect.
perfect.
that's a celebration.
No, very far from perfect. So again, I would go back to like why and likely dry January was coming off of 40-ish to 45 days that you fucking decimated your liver.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
The
so,
holidays.
So
what I call the
The holidays.
my problem with dry January is that so how long did you guys last?
We did it last year. I didn't do it.
No, this year?
Yeah.
2 days, 4 days.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But then after you lost, you stopped. Like
What do
you
you
didn't go back. You didn't try to like go back to.
Dry January?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, I mean,
Right. So
caps off the bottle.
So here's
at that point.
right. Well, you could put the fucking cap back
Yeah.
on. Okay. So
Some people
here's my
can.
issue with dry January is that people, first of all, number one,
Podcast called Pulling the Cord.
I understand.
It's not called putting the cat back on the bottle.
I understand where
It's
I
not called
am.
getting sober.
He goes, yesterday, I was like, yeah, we're going to have an intervention. He goes, yeah, buddy, it's going to be the other way than you think it is.
Yeah, we're getting you intervened. You're like, this man went downhill fast.
It sounds awesome.
Where are they now?
So I went on this podcast on May 30th. It's 2025, Brian.
I still haven't recovered.
So it's the setup. The setup is you just spent 45 days absolutely fucking decimating yourself. What in your right mind would make you think that it's realistic that you take 31 days off, right?
Yeah.
And so that's number one. Number two is, now most people get more than 4 days or 2 days, but a lot of people go
You just laughed at us.
12 days, 14 days, 13 days, 15 days, and then they have like, it's NFL playoffs,
Yeah.
it's whatever, and they drink, and they're like, yeah, I failed. I'm like, did you fail? Or you just drank every day for the last 45 days.
Yeah.
Like, and then you went 12 days without drinking, and you drank 1 day. You failed or you succeeded for 12 days. Like, how are you framing,
the way he thinks.
right?
Yeah.
How are you framing
Yeah.
this? So, like, you could have just chosen to go back to
Yeah,
not
so we
drinking.
succeeded, is what you're telling us.
You succeeded for 3 days, yeah.
I'm
48
looking at it
hours.
as glass half full
that's it. I love
of whiskey.
So it's like it doesn't make it's like people being on the couch and being like, I'm gonna start going to the gym 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you're not. Just take a walk.
Yeah. Well, all right. So here's my question. Right? Now, by the way, we have the first viewer of the show in the back that was just on the show ever in the history. John Knockel of the golf episode. He's come in. I know he's got some questions. All right. So here's my
we got
thing.
questions.
Here's my thing. All right. So obviously, listen. Everybody knows you're in tremendous shape. You're looking great. You just did a cut, right?
I'm almost done.
Okay. So here's my question. What's different than you doing a cut than me doing like dry January?
Ooh, is this a checkmate moment?
I have an exit plan. You don't.
Well, all right.
That was-
Explain
that
to
was-
me.
that
I think
was the
I think I just broke his brain.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is strategic. You threw something against
Okay,
the
so,
wall.
no. So
you
what
threw
I'm,
shit
all
against
right,
the wall.
no. What I'm saying is what I'm saying is this: a cut, you bulk, you cut, right?
Yeah.
Is that like the general thing, right?
Yeah.
But do you really bulk? You don't
I
really
mean,
bulk,
I went
like,
6 months and I gained 20 plus pounds in 6 months. Yeah.
and then you cut,
yeah.
and then is the point is will you bulk again?
No, I'll probably go back to maintenance for a while.
Okay, all right, and then maybe do it,
Which is like just living my life.
okay. So here's what I was getting at for the people at home that are like Wegovy, right?
So I put on weight.
No, I know, but why?
To
add
build muscle.
Build muscle.
So you build muscle and then
so
cut
I
back
ate
down.
I ate a lot and I lifted like an animal.
Yeah.
And I put on a bunch of muscle. Whenever you do that, you're likely going to put on some fat as well. So the more
We're in
strategic,
an alcohol bulk for 11 months, and then we're in a cut for 30 days.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, precisely.
Except you don't get any results.
Yeah, except your life's the same.
And so I put on so intentionally add calories, lift harder, lift more intentionally, all the things, and put on weight because you can't grow muscle without more food, which is why people get fat because they just eat more food and they don't lift weights.
Yeah.
Right. And then so then I intentionally strip the calories away over a period of time and try to keep my muscle as much as possible. So the more severe you do it, the more muscle you're also going to lose too. So if you do it, somewhat strategically over time, you can mostly lose fat. So now it's inevitable, just as you gain some fat when you gain muscle, you can also lose some muscle when you lose fat.
Oh, by the way, let me just say this right now.
That made sense.
Listen, the reason Brian's in town and my buddy Rudy over there is that we're going to a college reunion like tomorrow, right? And yeah, Rudy's looking great. And I was like, listen, I was like literally like in the last like I've been doing better. You know what I mean? I've been like down to like I should be down more, but I've been down to like my 200 range, like 198, 199. I should be like a 182 guy all day, 180, 178. But it is what it is right now. Okay. And I was thinking to myself the other day, I'm like, what's even matter? We stand next to this dickhead at the fucking reunion. It looks like fucking twins. Like, it looks like fucking, I was like Danny DeVito and fucking Schwarzenegger.
You've never met Zamp, my buddy Mike, who I'm going to send him the link to this. So shout out to Mike, but he probably won't watch. My buddy from Bergen Catholic from high school. This is 08. This is when I wasn't working.
Yep.
The last time I think I was up here. And I went to, I think it was the first round series against Atlanta. This is the year you guys won title. So he didn't come to I went to a Lakers game in the finals.
Here?
Yeah.
I was probably at the game.
Yeah. So
Didn't even fucking
he came up.
Message. Just kidding. Go ahead.
I saw you there. Man. I'm so sorry. So at the bar after the game, I don't know where we were, but the entire night we were at the bar, he would be like 50 people over, and I would just see him go like this, and he would wave me over, and he was every girl he could possibly talk to, he would talk to, and I would walk over, and he'd put his arm around me, and he'd go, "This is my brother Brian." he got the height, I got the dick. Every single girl, everyone. I'd be like, after the sixth time, I was like, I'd walk over and like, here we go again.
Let me just jump in real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
You were talking about bulking and then cutting and then maintenance. It reminded me so much of Sisyphus. You know who Sisyphus
Hey,
is?
push the rock, baby.
Yeah. That was a punishment from the Greek mythology. That was a punishment for the rest of his life. He had to push that rock up a hill.
Yeah, but he turned
in hope to fucking tread water.
But he turned it into that was his job. His job was to just push it up.
Yeah.
And then it went back down, and he just pushed it up.
I like my job.
I hear you. So the difference is that I have a strategic plan that fits into a longer-term plan, which will have an exit plan, which has a very specific, clear, defined goal. What everyone else does when they do dry January is they just throw the proverbial shit against the wall, like, oh, let me try this.
Yeah.
Now, let me preface this by saying I joined this podcast halfway through the year last year, and dry January was something that was slated for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right? And it was told to me that I had to do it.
And you didn't want to do it.
I had
you
to
committed.
do it.
You committed.
Right?
You don't have to do anything.
And then even the 19th was a comedy show.
That's right.
And I was like, I'm gonna drink on the 19th, right? I didn't drink on the 19th.
That's right.
Why didn't you drink on the 19th?
Because I committed to something.
Not a boy.
And I wanted
how
to
did
see
you
it through.
feel? I know that you
So strong.
You're
Brian, so fucking strong.
right. So that's the thing. Like, so look at you.
All right, real quick. Hold on. I got to read some ads because we're getting fucking.
bad.
This is one of those podcasts. It's
happens all
going
the time.
so good that like there's going to be no ads.
Yeah.
And we got to get ads in there. So, hey, listen. Well, we're talking about dry January. Let's talk about misguided spirit. My guy fucking James. By the way, I said this the other day. He sent us like 3 cases of fucking booze for the tournament, right? James is the fucking man, all right? Big Game James is what I call him now. You know what I mean? I used to call him Big Bad James. I call him Big Game James, all right? So listen, what do you need? I'll get it for you. I'll get it for you in a second.
He's in the middle of
He's
an
fine.
ad.
Jesus, this is what happens. Big Bad James, Big Game James. Listen, misguidedspirits.com. Out of Brooklyn, by the way, Brian's territory. They get the best shit, right?
Absolutely.
We got the vodka. We got the Hinky Dink whiskey.
Red Sky rum.
Red Sky rum. The crooked vodka. Yeah, it'll get you crooked.
Sure will.
I mean, everybody knows.
Can I try some of that when we're done?
100%. I'll tell you right now, you can take a bottle home, Brian. I got a bottle for you.
Well, I have to get on a
I got
plane,
2
so-
cases of. Listen,
Give it to the pilot.
Listen, I got 2 cases to bring up to Vermont. We can just hand it out to people. Bums. You know what I mean?
You're done.
Bums that are hot up. You know what I mean? James would like that. I said to James the other day, I go, hey, he called me. He's like, do a live podcast down in New York. I go, let's do it. I go, hey, are you still up for sponsor the podcast? He goes, don't ever ask me that again.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's my guy, right? Now, this is a man who watched me black out in his presence. Danny saved my life. Everybody knows the story. It happened, right? Misguidedspirits.com. You can find him at Ball Square Fine Wines.
Malden Square Fine Wines.
And you can drink it at Willie P's Chicken.
Yes, sir.
Right? Friends of the program, as always. All right, let's just read another one real quick. American Benchcraft. New sponsor of the show.
Yep.
Right? They're talking about Monday, by the way. Chris was talking about us going up there Monday if you want to go.
Okay.
Can you do that in the afternoon?
Potentially.
Potentially.
Actually, no, I cannot. I can't.
Okay, maybe one of us has to go and do this.
That's fine.
That's what I'm saying. So they're gonna get us belts made. You can't do it either.
No.
I'm gonna call Chris tomorrow and talk to him. Have a conversation.
Maybe.
Listen, we're gonna make Brian a size
check.
28 belt. Listen, these are guaranteed for life. All right, listen, I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna get you a belt made by
I would
American
love a belt.
Benchcraft.
Would love a belt.
And I've already connected him and James Misguided because those hipster bartenders that serve Misguided.
That's gonna work.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
Told you, put
talking
the
about.
bottle
Right?
right on it.
Misguided. Yeah, that's right. We already talked about this. Listen, I'm a big fan of this fucking company. Reading. Guys are from Reading, right?
Oh yeah.
They're from Reading.
Yeah. Brothers.
Veteran
Yep.
owned, right? Belts are guaranteed for life unless you like flamethrow the thing, basically.
Yep.
You know? They got these little wallets. By the way, I forget who commented on the page. You see it? They were like, I got the wallet and the belt already. Somebody.
Someone did,
already
yeah.
listener.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So this is our guys, and I'll tell you right now.
Was it Kevin O'Connell?
I think it might have been.
I think it was.
Talk about a fucking corker for the
Legend.
ages. One of the best corkers that's ever lived.
Fixing 93
Stops
as
the
we
guy
speak.
in pockets and just goes,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
goes, good
He's
guys
like,
trash
yeah,
people. And I'm like,
he's like, chill with your order.
I'm like, I thought I had the sweatshirt on. He goes, yeah. He goes, looks at the guy's like, what are you talking about? He's like, that's the podcast. He goes, what's it about? He goes, Boston guys sitting around a bar talking about their day.
Yeah, forget
And
about
I'm
your
like,
pancetta.
The guy had like a ponytail. And he just like scurried along and like, he's like, is that organic meat? Anyways, listen, they do dog collars. All right. Brian just got a dog. This dog's gonna be walked more than any dog's been walked in its life. Like he doesn't even know that this
Poor
this
dog.
dog is gonna be tired.
Dog's fucked.
Like this dog is fucking be tired, right? Personalized dog collar. You got a hunting dog? We got a lot of hunters out there? I don't think we do. But if we do, listen, you can get one. Sheaths, pocket knife sheath, all right? At swing act set. Now listen, as
Let
root.
him know who let the dogs out.
That's right. Who let the dogs out?
Assless
Who?
chaps.
Who? All right, AmericanBenchCraft.com. All right, let's get back to it a little bit. So, okay.
Those are the most amazing.
All right, so
ads I've
all
ever
right. So
fucking
this is what I
heard.
wanted to get to. By the way, that's why they fucking are here for it. We're not gonna just can
here
some
for the
fucking
ad.
ad.
Yeah.
Are they
You know what I
shock
mean?
collars?
That's right. Are they shock collars? Is that what you said?
Shock
Like the movie Shock Collar?
Yeah.
All right.
You ever seen that?
Wanna be a baller.
Producer's like, we're getting too off base. I'm like, this is what we do here.
No, that's exactly.
All right, here's my question. Okay, and I know what your answer is going to be, but I think this is a good question. John kind of texted me, mentioned this a little bit, right? All right. And I think I totally agree with you on what your answer is going to be. All right. I couldn't think of anything funny, so I'll just say the real thing.
Say the
so
real thing.
testosterone replacement therapy, or like say Wegovy or something like that, right? Like for people who are looking to lose weight, right? That should be, I would think, like the last like line of defense, right? After you've tried everything else.
It depends.
It depends, I'm sure. But like, all right, let's say me. I'll give you a perfect example of me, right? I got my testosterone checked like, I don't know, like 4 months ago.
Okay.
And it was like,
Stud.
I think I texted you. It was like,
Absolute stud. No?
1,200.
What's that? I don't even know.
That's
what that
it's
means.
an
off the charts
18-year-olds.
good.
No,
Yeah,
no,
right,
I'm just
right.
kidding.
Off
It
the
was
charts
like,
good.
it was like 400 or whatever it was. It was like
I
average.
don't remember what you texted
It
me.
was average. Yeah, exactly. Look at this. He doesn't even fucking read my
400.
text.
Drowning people.
We text every fucking
Yeah,
day,
I know.
so
It
it's
was,
hard.
It was average, right? It was like I looked at it. It was like
400
this
is
not,
the low end of a very wide
Yes,
range. So
yes.
like below 300
Yeah.
would be like clinically you need
Help.
to consider
Sure.
replacement.
Yeah.
And it's like 1100 is the top end of the range. You
Yeah.
probably would want to be somewhere around 7, 8,
Okay.
even 900.
So what
or
you're telling me is, but I should have taken that call when they call you back to get that fucking shot.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? All right.
Well, okay, so again, it depends. The answer is always the depends. In nutrition and all the shit, the answer is depends. It's not like, it's not cut and dry. It's
Okay.
not black
But
and
here's
white.
my question, real quick. And I know I'm interrupting you, but that's what I do.
Please do. It's your fucking show.
But if I eat better, right, and I like whatever, I eat better, I stop drinking, is that really going to increase my testosterone level?
It could.
Could. Yeah. I could play fucking point guard for fucking Dallas tonight. Like I could.
No,
you know what
that,
I mean?
that you can't do.
Oh, okay.
Brendan wants a shot.
Give me the
Just
shot
take,
right
just
now.
take the shot.
So-
Take a shot.
like putting
you
it in my
still have
fucking
to do.
neck right
But the thing, you still have to do the work.
I understand that. I understand. But what I'm saying is that, like, what I'm asking you is, do those things naturally enhance testosterone? Like, if you were to do those,
Your
things.
lifestyle naturally enhances testosterone. It
Well,
will
no,
not.
my,
nat-
what he's saying is,
it will
my
not-
lifestyle naturally
No.
decreases testosterone.
Your is in air quotes. Okay, the theoretical ideal lifestyle should increase your testosterone levels if they are low.
Do you want to turn me off to the guy that did the fucking thing with me at the end? That was like guy. He gives you like a video thing. I got fucking whatever. I probably had some fucking hack doctor. Guy was good looking fella too, by the way. And he's like talking to me, and he's like you know he's like I always say like you want to be this number, you want to be that number. He's like yeah, I mean look, if a guy, he goes, and this is what kind of we play with it, you know, and we look at your numbers. He's like, you know, if a guy comes back to me and goes, hey, I just had sex with the whole Dallas cheerleaders team, I mean, I'm like, you're good, you know? And I'm like, are you even a doctor? Like, I feel like you work at like a video store.
That's
you know what I mean?
I mean, like, although that is probably a little bit different bedside manner, like, it's not just your number. It's like, what are you?
How do you feel?
Do you wake up ready to rock? Is your energy level good? How's your sex drive?
Are you hot as a
all
rock?
those things. There you go. Like, so all those things.
Ozempic and Wegovy, right?
Yep.
I feel like those shouldn't be recommended to anyone but diabetic people.
Or Drake.
Probably.
Right? Because at one point, the doctor was like, oh, we can see a nutritionist and you can get on Ozempic,
So,
right?
first of all, let me be very clear. I'm not a fucking medical professional. So everyone
Yeah,
should
but you're
know
way-
That's not what you told me before the show, all right?
Yeah.
You told me that you
All
were
right,
giving medical
so-
advice the whole
So
Sponsored by Brian
again,
Pannuzzo.
the answer, it depends, right? Like if there are not even numerous, there are many, many, many instances where you can see blood markers improve just simply by decreasing your weight.
Yeah.
And so if you are a weight that is dangerous, that you should probably highly consider, reducing it and reduce it in a pretty fast way.
Yep.
It can be beneficial. Now, is it long-term effective? Who knows? But neither are diets.
Yeah,
we
it's
all
true.
fucking gain the same.
Yeah.
We all gain the weight back
Yeah.
too. So it's like if you can have some assistance doing it along the way, and then maybe I think for those people, first of all, 80% of the people going on it probably shouldn't go on.
Yes.
That's my personal
Yeah,
opinion.
Yeah, I think they're over. I think
I agree. I know you
cut to
said
the chase.
yeah,
This is the fucking pulling the cord.
Yeah.
80% of the people on it shouldn't be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I
Yeah.
think
For those
Finally, let's fucking
20%,
finally something cool. Let loose.
I agree. I agree.
20% of the people can actually benefit from it. And,
Yes.
and also need like proper like lifestyle health coaching. Right. So like, but the 80%.
Where can they find you?
On the internet.
Give me my discount code at the end of this. I'm all right. I'm all right. My pro bono work for this fucking podcast is already.
By the time I went to that appointment, I was down like 25 pounds. And I was like, I don't think I need this. And she was like, well, it's up to you. If you still want me to prescribe it to you, I'll still prescribe it to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've lost 25 pounds.
That's what they
in the
were
last,
doing. They
like-
were giving people fucking oxys off the
About to
fucking
Yeah,
say,
no
shelf.
shit.
sounds like
That's what I
Purdue
mean.
Farmer all over
it's-
again.
Did you
They're
find
making
that
money.
25 pounds?
No, I lost 58 and I found 20 of it. So I'm still down 40 pounds, about 40 pounds from my peak.
So
2 years
what
ago.
were you? So here's the thing. So like, what were the things you were doing?
Yes.
What can you do every day? I'm not asking you to not drink for 30 fucking 1 days in a row. But what else were you doing that you could do every day?
Prep.
Or cool. Prep.
Yep.
Anything else?
I
He's
haven't.
not
I
impressed
haven't,
with just prep.
I haven't rid the
No,
Peloton. When was the last time I rode the Peloton?
Been a while.
It's-
But
I've been off the Peloton for probably 4 months.
That's great.
No,
I
But
know-
I'm still doing.
listen, I
but
know
I'm
the
still
difference.
doing. I'm still doing steps. Almost.
Nice.
I don't know, 5-6 miles a day.
Been at a 12-step
amazing.
program for a while,
Yes.
right?
Oh, step program.
still-
a lot of steps.
I'm still on one.
37-step program.
5-6 miles a day.
So why did you stop prepping?
Because it's hard.
Time.
Why is it hard? What was hard about
I
it?
work on Wall Street. Does that count?
Sure. Tell me about your prep. What were you doing?
I was every Sunday. I was cutting vegetables and making falafel.
That's right.
It's like a
Forgot
little
about
Greek
that.
restaurant. I had a little Greek restaurant.
Fucking falafel.
Have you seen? Do you have Hulu?
Fancy
That sounds
tzatziki.
falafel.
I don't really use Hulu. no.
Fancy tzatziki.
You don't watch TV?
I watch some TV.
So I was
You watch some
basically.
TV?
Yeah.
I was
You
on
should-
the
you need
show
more TV
called
in
The
your
Bear,
life.
and then they canceled it.
Okay.
Now I'm
So-
shit out of luck.
All right, listen, all right. At its base, though, don't you think this? I think, at least. I mean, I know what the fuck to do, right? Like, I understand what is proper for me to do.
Same,
right?
same.
It's like,
Yes
it's
and
like
no.
I know.
I
Somebody fucking in Wall Street right now, tonight, what's tonight, Thursday? Somebody is face down in a fucking line of Coke. And
Yeah.
they know
Hell yeah.
this is not awesome.
Wait,
but it's awesome
what?
right now.
Well, it's awesome right now, but
That's
it's
what I'm
not
saying.
awesome
That's what I'm saying.
for
So
long
it takes,
term.
well, I think it takes time. You figure things out, and you're like, all right. So for example, when me and Mary were first married, and I was like 30, I was 245 or 235. I looked like a fucking pumpkin. I was disgusting, right? But I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the sales job. Like I'm like, we go out at night, whatever, right? And then slowly I started weaning it down, right? And started, but still could not like. So for me, in my mind, for me to maintain like 182 would mean to cut out all the awesome drinking that I do, which I
Maybe.
really enjoy.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
So let me ask all of you guys a question. Do you have career goals? Like what do you want to achieve at work?
Well, we're achieving it right now. We're on the show.
At work?
No, I'm
This
just
is your career goal.
Yeah. No, I have. Yeah.
Do you have a career goal? Do you have a work goal?
Yeah. Get his pension, right?
Well, no, I mean, like, so I'm in the union.
Cool.
I would like to do more union stuff instead of being in the field more.
What is union stuff?
Like an organizer. Like,
What is your goal though? Like, what does that mean? What
Get
is-
elected.
elected? Yeah.
elected.
Yeah.
That's a pretty defined goal.
Sure.
Cool. You got one?
No.
That wasn't me trying to pry into your work. I got it. Okay. Cool. So let's just stay with you. So get elected to be. I'm sorry. What was it again?
I mean, it could be anything. I haven't. So
What
there's
does
an
that
election.
require you to do? Do you know? Do you have like the turn by turn directions
Yeah,
theoretically?
for the most part. Yeah.
Got it.
Campaign.
Yeah.
Network.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a pretty defined goal.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what you need to do, kind of like almost day to day,
Yeah.
well, at least week to week, quarter to quarter
Sure.
type of thing. Cool. Okay. So people have very defined goals in their professional life. They lack them in their personal lives. And so like you need to get more clear on what you want out of your personal life. You need to get clear on what you want to look like, how you want your marriage to be, how you want to walk into a room and have people acknowledge you. Right? Like once that's clear, your actions will align with those. So you will start to do things that align with that because you get very clear. And what I think people, this will get a little deep, but like what people do is like they cast aside like, I don't need to look jacked. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do that. Like why? Like why not? I'll never ask you why you want something.
Yeah.
If you're like, I want to be I want to look like Adonis, like
Yeah.
walk into a room and everyone go, what the fuck have you been doing?
Yeah.
I'll never be like, why would you want that? Because it's like, if that drives you,
Sure.
you're going to wake up every day and you're going to do things in accordance with those goals.
Yeah.
And so now if you started to show up to work every day, Danny, and like didn't do the things that aligned with you getting elected,
Yeah.
you would have this disconnect in your life. You'd have this conflict and you'd be like, oh, I'm fucking off, man. And I think that's the fucking prison that everyone lives
I know what
in.
you're saying.
Well,
yeah.
Where
I
ultimately
get you,
they
I
would
get
love
you.
to have something. Like, no bullshit. If you just said, like, what do you want? Like, literally, what do you want your life to look like, your personal life to look like? You can have anything you want. Clearly, it requires work. But you have anything you want, then people don't actually know what that is. They haven't taken time to, like, think about that. Like, I can list you 15 things that I want in my personal life. I don't have any of them right now.
Yeah.
Some
You
of
know
them I'm
who-
really close to, but I'm not
Yep.
close to others.
Yeah.
You know who Andy Elliott is?
No.
So you just missed an opportunity to like have Joey Boats cum his pants. If you told Danny to take his shirt off right now, as you would try to coach him on his fucking lifestyle, Joey Boats would have fucking
Andy Elliott's
jizzed.
like he's like a car salesman, like influencer on the internet, and he's like, what he does is like he gets his guys like, how old are you, man? How the fuck old are you? He's like,
like,
get up
"What's
here
your
right
goals?"
now. He's like, do me a favor, take your shirt off.
your shirt
You
off.
are fat. He's like,
In
I'll
his-
tell you right now. Do you feel
in
good?
his dealership.
And the guy's like, obviously, like, no. Like he's in front of a bunch of people and he's not in shape.
He's
And
like,
he's like, I'll tell you right now, you need to get in shape. And I'll tell you right now, you'll feel better about yourself when you do. And like, it's like everybody's like, what the fuck?
Please
He's
shut
like,
back on.
dude, it is like a Hitler like fucking like a youth rally. It's the most of idiots.
And then
like,
he
is what
says,
it is.
and then he says, I hate that you made me do this.
Yeah, I hate that you made me do this, man. But you are looking bad right now. Like it's like Jesus Christ. By the way, the guy's on so much Test. So how do we feel about Test?
I'm on it, so I need to be
There we
positive
go.
about
Let's be
it.
the truth
Yeah.
tree right now.
Yeah.
I'm
I
on
mean,
acid right now. Nobody knows that.
There you go. Perfect.
What do you? So what?
mean,
like? How do you feel? Do you feel better after doing it?
I don't feel that different.
Really?
Yeah.
You told me the other day you felt like $1 million.
I mean, I always feel like $1 million. I fucking work hard at it.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, you're gonna throw
But
it
you
up
don't
there.
feel
You're gonna throw it
different.
up there. I'm gonna
You
dunk
tell me
it.
you don't feel different at all.
Sounds testy.
No, I'm stronger.
Nothing's changed.
I'm stronger in the gym.
Okay.
Yeah. I noticed a pimple on my back.
What about rage? Short temper? No short temper?
I mean, we're not talking about me going to
D-balls?
levels of like I did in college. It's like
Hell yeah, let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's go.
In between junior and senior year, I did a shit ton of steroids and I got jacked as fuck.
The program.
By the way,
Defense.
I was never gonna say. I was never gonna
Seat at the
say. I
table.
remember like going to Purdue's room. He's like,
Cut that.
he's like,
Cut
watch
it.
this. I'm
Cut
like,
it out.
Jesus.
Cut it out of the program.
NCAA's testing. This is like an oil change.
This is brought to you by yeah. Yeah, you were dude. You were like jacked.
I got
like
jacked.
then.
Yeah, I
You
got
were
jacked.
fucking ripped.
Yeah.
And you were definitely bulkier than you are now. Like then.
I don't recall. I don't remember that.
I don't
but-
recall. Look at this. I don't recall. That sounded like trumpet. Like is that like
I think more bulky now.
bulky now? More bulky now?
He's definitely as advertised.
You're more bulky
Brendan,
now.
Brendan said he was 6'6", and I was like, I'll be the judge. And he walked in, and I was like, holy shit, he's
He's
6'6".
really
You
6'6",
really can't
yeah.
fake it. You're either 6'6" or you're not.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, so like to Brendan.
Yeah, who would know? I wouldn't know.
I might look 6'6". You know what I mean?
Got it.
Yeah.
I know I'm 6'4".
Yeah.
He came from
But when you walked in, I was like, holy shit, this dude's big.
Dude,
Big-
I used to
big
go.
fucking
You know what's funny is Maggie's sister married this guy, right? This kid Bobby, and he's 6'4". His brother's 6'5", and like Bobby's brother Matt is like he looks like Casey Affleck if he was 6'5". He's like
Like the Dunkin' Donuts
like
commercial. Casey Affleck?
Killian Murphy. No, like Killian Murphy mixed with Casey Affleck, like handsome guy, 6'5", skinny as a rail. Bobby like looks like his brother. Bobby's like a good looking kid too, but like they're both huge, right? So we go to this. So me, Bobby, and Matt go to this concert, and like afterwards we're at the bar and like we're taking shots, and like these girls are talking to us, and they're like talking to them, and they're like, the girl looks at me, she's like, so they're brothers. You're not the brother. And I'm like, oh, you think so, doctor? Thank you very much. Fucking
Idiot.
Congratulations on your PhD and
Then
fucking.
you start tearing her down
yeah,
verbally.
yeah, I just murdered her in her face. I was
Like,
like,
look at your gun.
I'm like, you are disgusting. I'm like, every time I look at you, I want to throw up. By the way, I asked my buddy TJ over there. My buddy TJ's in the back, our friend TJ. And I asked him, like, if we had superlatives at St. Mike's, couldn't remember if that happened. And I was like, I never got, like, best personality. He's like, oh, yeah, like, you'd win best personality. Like, what a warm personality you have. Like, such a warm, like, and the worst part is, in my
Too
mind,
sharp.
the
You're
worst
too
part
sharp,
is,
dude.
I'm like, I feel like I'm a warm, welcoming guy.
Contender.
You're too sharp.
Might not have won, but
It happens. It happens.
People get
Right
cut.
now, it
So
happens.
like so I'm curious.
Yes.
Let's get into the trust tree a little bit.
Okay.
Like what in your personal lives?
Oh, here we go with this fucking shit.
You know, you
Let's go. Come
step
on, give it
onto
to
my
me.
fucking couch.
You
Let's
think
go,
you're
bro.
gonna, by the way, you think you're gonna break this fucking?
I'm not breaking anything. I'm
shit.
just
Let's
curious.
go.
What do you want to achieve that you haven't achieved?
I would. Well, what would I like to achieve that I have not achieved? See, I don't really think in those terms generally. I'll tell you right now. I'd like to build $1 million
Okay.
at work. How's
That's
that?
your professional life, but okay. Let's stay
Oh,
there.
you want personal life? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I'm a sick dad. That's the first thing. Fact. All right.
yeah. Hell
One of
yeah.
the best dads ever
Sick
lived.
as in like wicked.
Yeah, like one of the
Yeah,
best.
Don't be mad because we got our own cool fucking dictionary.
By the way, have you guys noticed I've pronounced all my R's in
Yeah,
this
it's dumb.
so far?
I will say, actually, I will say this. I will say I sacrificed my professional life for my my family life.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. I
so
literally.
now, if you had,
Okay.
if you could do it another way,
Yes.
what would you do?
What do you mean?
How would you show up for yourself in your personal life to not sacrifice anything in your professional life? If you could script it any way you wanted to. Like what in your professional life is keeping you from being the my words, not yours, elite dad, husband?
Nothing. I feel like I'll be honest with you. I feel like I'm not kidding. I'm not joking around.
You have
I feel
everything
like
you want in your personal life.
I'm very happy.
Okay.
I'm extremely happy.
That's fine. Do you want anything in your personal life that you currently do not have?
He's like looking for this answer.
Some
isn't he?
fucking bullshit, man. Same
Make
bullshit.
him cry! Make him cry!
Like it's like you're telling me you just want to feel good. That's awesome. You want to feel good. That's bullshit. What do you want? What do you really want?
Well, I don't want to. Like, I don't need. Okay, so I don't feel the need to be. Obviously, I like to be in better shape. Obviously, I don't feel good all the time. You know what I mean? Nobody does, right?
Okay.
It's all like. Go ahead.
Is there like a guy? Is there like a movie star, an athlete, something like you see someone on TV and you're like, fuck, I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you. I look at you on TV and I want to jerk off.
You're
and
never
fucking
gonna be
you.
6'6". That's
Danny's answer
You
is
never
Will
get, you're
Smith.
never getting the answer that you want out. By the way, you know you never got the answer you want out of this.
All right,
I
you know
listen,
where I'm
all
going.
right, all right,
You
all
can
right. I know
dance
where you're
around
going
all
with it.
you
I know where
want.
you're going with it.
You
Go
have to
ahead.
get specific on what the fuck you want. Once you get specific, then you have a roadmap of where you are. It's like getting in the car and putting Waze on, right? Like I haven't known where the fuck I'm going for the last 2 days.
Sure.
But I get in the car, it knows where I am because
Yep.
it's GPS.
Yes.
I put in a destination and it spits out the turn-by-turn directions. So it's like, unless you have a specific destination of where you want to go, you won't be clear about how the fuck to get there.
Okay, I know what you're saying. So you're saying, okay, for example, for me, you're saying like if I want to be 185 and be in great shape,
Yes.
right? I know what that number is, what that looks like, right?
Sure.
So then I know that I have to adjust to get there, and I know how to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice probably isn't the right word.
Thank
Would
you,
you say?
Coach. Thank you, Coach.
Look at that.
Thank you,
Really?
Coach.
See how much time I spent with this
Well,
kid?
look, it's like sacrifice or
Or-
working towards your goal.
Yes,
like, I mean,
exactly.
I don't. It's not sacrifice.
Yeah.
I mean, do you look at work as sacrifice every day?
Yeah.
No, I like my work, so it doesn't bother me.
Well, why do you do it?
Yeah, I mean, we have to.
Gotta.
You gotta make money.
Have
America.
to work.
Absolutely.
They have,
Have to make money.
Everybody has to work.
You
Don't they?
don't have to do any of these other things.
Where are we at right now?
have
I'm
no-
losing. Am I on acid?
I don't know.
I think we just lost the plot.
That's my point. I guess what I'm
Do you want me to be on Mass Ave? Like, I'm so confused. What do yeah, you have to work.
Do you want me homeless?
You do have to work, but it's like at what cost? At what cost? Like, what is it costing you in other areas of your life? And are you actually able to do both? Is what I
Yeah,
always
so
push people.
I am a firm believer, and we've talked about it on here. Don't let work override your personal life. What I mean by that is, in my profession, side work is always going to be there. I'm a plumber. You need something wrong, blah, blah, blah. I can do it on the side, whatever the case may be. I'll do it if I can. The overtime's always going to be there. And if it's not, so be it. I'll work my 40 hours and I'll still have time to go to my kids' games,
Yeah.
cheer competitions, whatever.
awesome. It's awesome.
And I stand by that. And I remember having a conversation with my foreman. He was like, you know, you don't have to go to these things all the time. And I dead my tracks. I go, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. So I stand by that. Don't get me wrong. Saturday, I'm working. I haven't worked a Saturday since fucking September. So I'm going to do it. And we had Monday off, so it's going to balance out a little bit.
Yeah. So your family, your kids, your family sounds like non-negotiable for you.
100%.
Yeah. Obviously, providing for your family is non-negotiable. Therefore, work is non-negotiable. Where I'm going, and I'm not challenging that you shouldn't prioritize those. Those are amazing. If there may not be.
Yep.
If there are, and most people, if I asked, I was like, hey, what else are non-negotiables for you? If you had everything that you wanted, they'd have something else. They'd be like, well, I'd fucking lose 30 pounds, or
Yeah.
I would just feel better
Well,
about myself. Like, you need to then treat those as non-negotiables too.
Well,
So-
that's why, and I'm not trying to cut you off, but that's why I started to go to the gym.
Amazing.
Because I'm 36 and I feel like shit every single day.
I hear you, bro.
Oh my God, here we go. I'm gonna cry. This is where I'm
No,
gonna cry.
no,
Dude, 36 was where I'm 10 years into this new life.
but no, but I'm
36
just like
was my-
fucking, I shouldn't feel the way I do.
I agree.
You know? And
Well-
here's what I do. You know what I do? I go home and I love it. I'll go home, grab the family-sized bag of Cape Cod chips, and it's glorious, by the way. I'll lay down and I'll rewatch an episode of The Wire. It's the fucking best.
Right.
But
Where are you at right now?
season 3.
I'm almost done with season 2.
Hell yeah. Brian, do you watch The Wire?
Let's hijack
I
this whole
watched it when it first
conversation.
came out. I don't rewatch it.
Yeah, we watch it. This is, I don't know. He's on
It's a
double
regular.
digits.
It's a regular.
Yeah.
It's a regular thing.
But it's since changed, man. So like, I'll either go right after work or I'll pick up the kids or whatever, and I'll go after 5:30. But it's not like I don't have like a set routine per se. It's just whenever I can go during the day.
Okay.
But I've been consistently going about a month
Yeah, you
for
have
like
it.
for
Yeah.
like 4 or 5
Yeah.
days a
And
week.
so what's changed for you? Like, what
Like
are you
in my
noticing?
body,
No,
as
what
of
are you
right now,
noticing?
nothing.
Still
Well,
got
not
a
in your
great-
body.
still got a
It takes,
great spot?
it takes a while. Well, like your energy, confidence.
No, honestly,
anything?
like energy is like still lacking in the morning.
All right, I'll give you my most transformative thing that I've ever done. All right.
Okay.
Ready? And this is not to be funny. This is real. All right.
My life sucked, apparently, according to Brendan.
No. But
We're gonna
He's
get-
like, yeah, enough about Danny.
We're gonna
though.
get
No,
off your
I'm
life.
saying you're in the process of what's happening. So maybe this is a while ago. This is like I was probably like I was saying I was heavy at this point, and I'm like I got to make a fucking big change. And my buddy had done P90X, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get this. I had no idea what the fuck it was,
Yeah.
right? So I'm like, he's like, you got to get a chin up bar and all this stuff, right? So I'm like, all right. And I've been carrying around like mad weight. And I was like 40 waist, right? Like, I was like, yeah, fucking
big
fat,
waist.
dump, disgusting person. Nobody wanted to fuck me, ever. You know, not even that. I couldn't even beat off. I didn't want to fuck myself. So anyways, I'm like, I got the DVDs, right? That's how long we're talking about. And I remember my sister-in-law, great woman, was like, I was like, oh, I got this P90X, I'm gonna start it. And she was like, that's like, and she wasn't being a jerk. She was just like, I think that's for like people like looking in shape already. And I was like, that just burned a fire under me. I'm like, now I can't not do this. You know what I mean? I was like, I have to fucking, even if I die, I have to do this thing, right? So I'm dancing around my living room, doing fucking whatever the fucking calisthenics out there. And it was like, the thing I realized that actually like had like a really lasting like impact on me was that I'm like, this is an hour a day, and some of them are an hour 15, and it's always hard, right?
Okay.
And it's always hard, like, to do this workout. Like, it's like chest and tries, which I'm like, you used to go in and be like, oh, do bench, do incline, do a couple exercises, get the fuck out of here. It was like an hour, and then all of a sudden, like, you're falling, like, you're on your knees, like, you're, like, wrecked, right? And at the end of it, I looked the best I probably ever looked, like, at that point, right? Now, to your point, why don't you keep up with it, right, or whatever. But what I'm saying is that, like, I did realize that, like, that did send the message to my brain that's like, what, if you want great results, you're going to have to pay the price for the great results. Like, that was like I didn't eat crazy, like, light or anything like that during that point. Like, I ate well, I ate, like, smart, I ate fruit. I didn't fucking, like, no carb it or anything like that. But, like, I just felt great, like, at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So going back to Danny's goal, right? Like, here's the four things I think that, like, all of us, whether it be a Wall Street guy, a fucking plumber, whatever it may be, all of us exhibit
Awesome guy like me.
these traits in our professional career to create success, right? You have a very clearly defined goal that drives you. That could be, I got to make more money, specific income, could be retirement age, could be a certain title, you know, union
Sure.
leader, managing director, or whatever it be in my old world, right? You have a very specific goal, right? Number two, you have to have a plan to get there. Whether you have that plan given to you by a coach or you're like, these are the things I need to do in order to achieve this goal, right? Number three, you can't likely get that title a year into your job.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
Cool. So whether or not we like it, we accept that there's this component of time, this component of compound interest
Yep.
that needs to happen. You've shown up how many years you've been doing this?
This is year 8.
Yeah, year 8. So year 8, you've shown up every fucking day when you haven't wanted to. That's the next one. And done the things you need to do, okay? The last component, which can't be the thing that you do every single day because this is where it makes it unsustainable, but every once in a while, you have to have some fucking grit. You have to not be a fucking pussy. You have to get up and you have to do it anyway.
Look at this.
Because
There we go.
everyone,
It's like the Pacino speech right now. I love it. I'm here for it.
man.
I'm here for
Fuck.
it. I'm not.
Every
I'm here
fucking
for it.
inch.
everyone wakes up at some point in the last week or 2 weeks and is like,
Doesn't want to do it.
fuck, I don't want to go to work. Did we go to work?
Wow.
We don't want to work.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you have, you've done those 4 things in your professional life, if you're currently employed and you've been relatively successful in your career, it doesn't matter what your income level is, it's all relative. You've done those 4 things. All those 4 things are completely applicable to your personal life. Have a plan, figure out what it is that you want, right? Have goals, specific goals. You have to get clear on it, because if it's just like this airy-fairy bullshit of like, I want to feel better, like I want to
That won't
like
work.
look, it doesn't work, dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Like
Rudy's back.
Rudy's back.
Rudy's coming on the Patreon, by the way. I just want to announce that.
The whiskey
We're gonna-
that, the
we're
whiskey
gonna get
that I'm
some-
drinking right
wait.
now tastes way better than me wanting some airy-fairy fucking goal. Right. But at some point, if I'm clearly defined on what I want, like I stared down amazing accommodations you guys set me up with. There's a very nice selection of fucking candy and M&Ms
Sure.
and
Yeah.
chocolate and
Yeah.
chips. And after, I don't know, a combined 8 drinks throughout the course of the
Sure.
day yesterday, I get home last night in my room and I'm just staring those fucking motherfuckers down. And I'm like, I should probably have some of these. I don't know. I mean,
Did you have them? Please tell me you did.
Tell me again. It's on my credit
Credit
card.
card's on fucking Mo
M&Ms
anyway.
over
So
here.
I mean, I haven't paid a fucking dollar yet for this place.
It's like dining out at Rare
And
on
I'm
my
like,
fucking dime.
and I'm like, and ultimately, I'm like, no, dude, I have specific goals, and I've already done all the things that I need to do to get there today. So anything beyond that would not help me achieve. So it's very clear. It's very clear, and once you're very clear about whether you're going on the right road or the wrong road, it makes it obvious. And when it's obvious, fucking rational people can make the right decisions.
One of the best wrong road guys has ever driven.
Yeah. So it's like, if you have those 4 things, like, and then find a plan that works. Not everyone knows what to do. That's what I'm also realizing. We all know what not to do. We don't always know what to do.
Exactly. I agree
All
with
right?
that. I agree with that.
We all know what not to do. We all know not to go to fucking Taco Bell and Burger King for fucking breakfast every day, okay?
Little
Jesus
do you
Christ.
know.
All you fucking people
You
out
got any
there.
pocket tacos? I wish
Jesus
you brought
Christ.
pocket
Can we
tacos.
just, can
Honestly,
we, I need to just cover this for a second. Like,
that
Yep.
Burger King breakfast you saw me eat sucked.
thank you.
I hated it.
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah, every minute.
Taco Bell nacho fries today, 10 out of 10.
If you guys just had a proper bagel store in each town instead of a
We
Dunkin'.
do
I don't
Reading.
even eat
Reading's
breakfast.
good
Me
too.
I
and
drove
Rudy
here.
were intermittent
You have 2
fasting.
bagel stores in Reading?
Two.
How are they?
Delicious. Bagel World and Reading House of Bagels.
We went to
Fucking
lunch.
fire.
We went to lunch. We showed up at Public Kitchen. We're sitting there. The girl, this girl's waited on me a bunch of times. She's like, "What would you like?" And Rudy goes, "Oh man, I've been intermittent fasting all day." And she's like, "What the fuck does that matter?" Like, the fuck is that? And then, by the way, Brian was like, I hate when people feel like they got to eat or drink a certain way in front of me because like they know like what I'm like. You never have to worry about that with me. Like I'll let my hair out.
Yeah.
Rudy going to the haddock and fucking asparagus like a 0.
Amazing.
Like
An absolute 0. Absolute 0.
Yeah,
At least
I get
get a
the wings.
salad, all right?
beef
and own
salad,
it.
double chicken.
And
by
own
the way.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Beef
That's
salad,
exactly
double
what I
chicken.
did. You know.
Well, listen. Here's the thing. We got 2 more outs to do. Tedco, CM. Now listen, I got Teddy get in bed with Ted. Was at the tournament the other day.
Yeah.
Talk about a fucking beast, right? You want to
Gentleman.
fucking put a
Absolute
fucking
gentleman.
addition on your house? All right. Listen, you want to get ripped. You see Pannuzzo. You want to get an addition on your house? You can't do 2 things at once. You gotta have goals, right? Tedco's gonna fucking get
one
you.
or the other.
Tedco's, yeah. I mean, Pannuzzo can do a lot of things for you, but he can't put an addition on your house.
These are the
That's
best
a fact,
ads I've ever heard on
It's
a
a fact.
podcast.
Pannuzzo can bench press you, but he can't put a addition on your house. Can't finish your basement. You know what I mean? He's busy getting people's goals in line and getting them psyched on their goals. All right. Get clear with your goals. If your goal is to get a fucking addition on your house, you want Ted. You don't want Pannuzzo. All right, that's a fact. Understand your goals. Know what your goals are. Go after your goals. Your goal is to get in bed with Ted. All right, if you want an addition on your house. Next is last Bella's.
Bella's roast beef, as you know. Brian, you ever had a roast beef sandwich?
No, by the way.
Not last. by the way,
Unbelievable.
Not last. but-
Unbelievable.
No, I haven't had a roast beef.
1211 Osgood Street, North Andover, Massachusetts. The greatest in the game. We've talked about their tap water that beats out everybody, their fucking drinks, their steak tips, their salads. Sandra and
Tell you
Harry,
right now, you get the blue. When I was really
black and
chasing
blue.
my goals.
Yeah, wink, wink,
I
tug,
was-
tug.
I was doing the steak salad.
Yep.
It's great.
It was
Excellent.
fucking. It looked bomb, dude. Really good.
See if those fucking tarantula arms.
I was about to
reach
say,
that
go
band.
gadget arms.
Look at that. Yeah, they get the best of the business. I'll tell you right now, Harry.
BellasNA.com. And I know we just talked about this a couple days ago. They just did their anniversary, 23 years of
Yeah,
marriage.
him and Sandra.
Yes.
The best. By the way, Harry, has he been in this garage?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course
Yeah, he
he
has. Yeah, he has. What an idiot.
Fucking Jesus.
You guys could use to swap
to
out
say,
a
isn't that
few
picture,
beef places for a couple fucking proper bagel stores. Just
Listen.
You don't need 25 beef places in a 10-mile radius.
Yeah, you do.
Speak for
do.
yourself.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
Listen, chase your goals. That's the name of the episode, Chase Your Goals with Brian Pannuzzo.
Yeah.
Ben Franklin Print Company. You want to talk about way more than print?
Joe.
Oh,
Joe,
Let's
this
go.
guy's got a sailor tattoo on the back of his fucking back that will make you will make you fucking faint.
He's an old
all
salt.
Yeah, he's an old salt. He's never been on a boat in his life, but he's got a huge tattoo of it on his back. He's never.
It's
Well,
a phenomenal shirt.
yeah,
Sick.
Great.
exactly.
Phenomenal shirt.
Can we get Brian one?
You got me one of those,
I
right?
got you.
Medium,
I got you one.
medium,
Small.
sleeveless.
Listen, I have them out. Let me finish this fucking ad. All right. Listen, you want to talk about the people with the buttery shirts? You want me to talk about the people who made the fucking koozies?
Yes.
You You want me to talk about the people who have sailor tattoos on their backs?
Absolutely.
We're talking about Ben Franklin Print Company. Way more than print.
Yes, sir.
All right, listen. I'll tell you right now, he's one of the best in the business, the best in the business. You're not going to pay bottom dollar prices, but I'll tell you right now, you're not going to have Jeff Gilden on your ass
Quality.
with a shirt that feels like sandpaper and makes you want to fucking throw up. Like, people see you in a Gilden t-shirt, nobody fucks you. Nobody's ever fucked a guy in a Gilden t-shirt. That's a
No,
fact.
my belly's hanging out of the bottom of a
100%.
Gildan t-shirt.
You know the only person who got laid in a Gilden t-shirt? Jeff Gilden.
Jeff Gilden.
Because he
That's
owned the
why he
company. He's
fucking-
rich.
yeah, he's rich.
Exactly. He's like, I got a Gilden t-shirt on.
It's like,
Everybody
step
blows
on
it.
my yacht, look at my belly button.
Exactly. 97862.
What a disaster.
Chasing goals.
What if you rewind that
978-624-7341. Way more than print. Our guy, Ben Franklin Print Company, he approves that ad. I can
Hell
tell you
yeah.
that right now. Also, last thing I have to say before we start to wrap up and do Patreon.
Well, I have a couple questions for Brian as
100
well.
Let's
Yeah,
go. We're not
let's
done
do
yet.
it.
We're not done yet.
Yeah.
QAnon coming up.
Remember that fucking time of our lives? What a crazy fucking.
June 28th. By the way, we'll get to on Patreon. We'll have Rudy will come on and we'll talk. But when I met Rudy first time, he's
on.
like
It's
such
like
a
meaning-
different
meaning
level
more than
of,
he's
like,
talking now?
soft draw fucking humor that I was like, what is going on right now with this kid? Okay, so what was I going to talk about? QAnon. I was going to talk about QAnon. Oh,
Q&A,
June 28th.
June 28th.
Oh,
June
yeah.
28th, Twisted Fate Brewing. Now, my guy Dave Panette, right? Not an ad, but an ad. Okay? Everybody knows I play up there. I'm playing June 14th, June 28th at Twisted Fate. June 28th is the release date of the beer.
Let's
Me
go.
and you are going to be there.
Yes, sir.
We're getting a food truck. All right? I'm getting Kev Ma there. Because the inspiration for the name of the beer comes from Kev Ma.
Yep.
Finally, something cool. Dave Panette texted me tonight and he goes, "This is going to be the best beer I've ever made in my life."
I
As a
saw this-
fact, he goes,
I saw it.
He goes, "I fucking pinky swear you." All right? I go, like, he has no reason to fucking bullshit me. You know what I mean?
We probably already know this and I'm an idiot. Can you ship beer?
Well,
Like-
we can do it illegally, yeah.
No, well, I'm not trying to be like a drug smuggler, but I don't like. Can you like if I wanted to send
We
it to
ship
my
anything we
brother?
want. Yeah, we'll get
Yeah,
him beers.
all
Yeah, we'll get Jimmy beers. Anyways, June 28th, we're gonna do an event there.
Yep.
Just hang out. Food truck. I'm gonna play tunes. Maybe you get up and do some comedy. What do you think of that?
I'm fine with it.
Are you
Let's
good
do
with
it.
that?
Yeah.
We get Sean O'Brien there.
Let's do it.
Let's
And-
fucking dude, bring the fucking house.
Yeah, let's do it.
By the way, Sean O'Brien's birthday today.
Sean O'Brien.
Guy
Happy
like
birthday,
he
Sean
turned
O'Brien.
23.
23,
I
dude.
feel like
That
he's
was fucking
46,
wild.
but he's
Jordan
23.
age. Jordan age.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Let's go.
So anyway, see them. That's our guys.
That's awesome.
All right, questions for Brian.
I got 3, Brian, and you
right,
you
let's go.
have to answer these.
I'll answer all of them. Let's go.
All right. First question:
Yes.
How much you bench?
would you rather save Ronald McDonald or the Burger King?
This is an amazing question.
All right, that's it. I can only choose one or the
You
other.
have to
I can't
choose
kill
one.
them both.
You have to kill
Yeah.
one. One has
No,
to
no,
die.
you have no one.
One
they're
has to
both,
die, wants to live.
They're both hanging off. They're both Sylvester Stallone cliffhanger right now, and you can only grab one hand.
I mean, the Ronald McDonald seems a little bit more familiar to me, so I'm gonna save him.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Love
such
it.
a
It's such a
fucking
pervert.
I love
such
it.
a weird answer.
I love it. I'm so happy.
I'm loving it.
I mean, I'd push them both off the
Long
ledge.
live
if I could.
McNuggets.
I
Do you
could.
not? Let me ask you this real quick before he goes again. Do you not enjoy any type of like fast food at all? Like you don't even have a because I feel like you
define
have.
fast food? Like
Fine.
like Chipotle.
Good
fill
food
in.
fast.
No, it's
I
gotta get a
mean-
drive through and
Like you don't like ever
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A?
Good answer.
Yeah,
Yeah, Chick-fil-A.
Like a Chick-fil-A
Come on,
chicken
dude.
sandwich?
Yo, by the way,
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, sneaky, reasonable, efficient source of protein.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I
Let's
love
So
it.
if you
You guys
if you
see
get
that?
if you go grilled,
He's one of us.
I'm-
So how many days a
I'm gonna
week
lose
we
you real
talking
quick. I'm
about?
gonna lose you
right,
fucking
no,
real
bring it,
quick.
bring it, bring it,
If you
bring
go
it.
grilled chicken sandwich and regular nuggets, fucking stay with me. Grilled chicken sandwich and regular nuggets, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Regular chicken sandwich, grilled nuggets. Please fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But at least that's my personal opinion. But if you go both of those combined together, now you
Compounds
go
Here's a-
Diet Coke.
here's-
Like you got to lay off the fries and shit. Like
Sure.
I'm a waffle fan.
Yeah,
fry,
yeah.
You know, fan.
I'm
So-
not a fry fan. We talked about this today at lunch. Fries
yeah,
are
but the
fucking
waffle fries
worthless.
I think are nice to me. But so it's not a bad source of protein.
So my 2 daughters have celiac, right? So my youngest daughter has never had gluten because my eldest was diagnosed, and then like we got all the kids tested, right? So Tommy's not, but like Addie has never had gluten. So
Yeah.
Tess can remember having like sick pizza donuts. Like she can remember that, right? So she knows what that. Where I don't think Addie. I think if you actually gave her gluten, I think she would.
She's not intolerant.
No, they celiac.
No, they're both.
The two girls are celiac.
Both.
Yes, both.
Okay, I didn't know the younger one. I didn't know if you just decided that the
No.
was
We
gonna
had them
get
actually
it.
tested once.
We had them tested like in the hospital. We had them tested in the hospital.
Okay.
So, anyways,
my bad.
Addie's never like wasn't old enough to really
Got it.
have had.
Addie was the one where it's like, oh, we got a problem.
Tess is the older one. So Tess was
Tess,
throwing
got
up
it.
like
Okay,
3
sorry.
weeks. And
My
we're
bad.
like, what the fuck is going on? And then the guy's like, she has celiac. So they
it.
test all the kids. Addie has it too, but Addie was so young that she didn't remember any gluten food. But Tess still remembers like what a piece of pizza was and all this stuff, right? Whereas I think if
what a
Addie,
tough life to
I
live.
think if Addie had, I think if Addie had gluten, it would be like, you know, when they have like on YouTube, like Asian people try Burger King and they're like, that's gross. You know what I mean? Like I think it would be like the same thing, like where people from different cultures,
Yeah.
like I think she has the taste for it.
Yeah.
So, but when we're going down south, driving down there, and like we're getting fucking Chick-fil-A, and Tess, we get the girls the fucking grilled nuggets, right?
Yeah.
And I go,
depressing.
how is it? Tess goes, yeah, it's pretty sweet, these grilled nuggets. She goes, these are awful. Like we're sitting there like chicken sandwiches, like fucking munching down.
Dude, how about the poor kids that have fucking peanut allergies?
Yeah, terrible.
Never having peanut butter.
It didn't
I
exist
eat-
when I was a kid. I'm sorry.
It didn't.
Didn't
No,
exist.
dude, celiac didn't. You know, it's from the corn, like the fucking all the shit they put in the fucking like. Listen, let's not go QAnon here, but I mean, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah,
Donald Trump got arrested today. I'm not happy about it.
34 accounts, bro.
34 fucking yeah.
Well, real quick, guilty, but also here's another thing: is they're saying now with the peanut allergy is get your kids exposed to peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
ahead
in.
of time.
Even if they
Don't
have them.
hold off. Don't
Save it for
hold
the
off.
Patreon, Rudy.
Let's roll that off.
I know.
All right.
All right.
We'll save. Yeah,
second,
All right, second question.
right.
second
So-
question is more of a game.
Okay,
You ever play Marry, Fuck, Kill?
I have.
Okay. Marry, Fuck, Kill. Sodium, sugar, and trans fats.
Marry sodium. Fuck sugar, kill trans fats.
Wow.
That was fast.
That was, I really
fast.
thought you were going to have to.
No brainer.
Guy knows- he knows his shit.
What did you think I was going to say?
He knows his shit.
Honestly, I thought you were going to marry some trans fats.
Interesting. So again, everything comes with context.
Yeah.
So it's like sodium. There's obviously table salt,
Yeah.
which is in a lot of
Sure.
shit and can be really rampant in a lot of our diets. But if you're just talking about like high quality salt,
Yeah.
like
Himalayan pink
salt,
salt,
Celtic
yeah.
key salt, sea salt, like marry that all day. Sugar, why I said fuck was because, as anyone ever said, who's fat as fuck, I can't stop eating watermelon. Or I can't, like, God,
Yeah,
these
yeah,
goddamn
yeah.
sweet
Yeah,
potatoes are
yeah.
killing me,
Yeah.
right? Like, so sugar, like, that was why I fuck sugar.
Got it.
Trans
See,
fat,
I think that,
there's,
like-
there's nothing, like, wrong with eating some trans fats, but, like, on the margin, that's probably
Now,
what
what
is,
I like,
is
what
the
I do
problem.
like about your content, I like all of it. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the program.
Great
I'm
save.
a
Put it all in a
fucking-
blender.
Great
I'm a
save,
sub-
bro.
I'm a
Thanks.
sub-
Great
by the way,
save,
Where
bro.
can we find
Listen,
you?
subscribe right now. You can find them right here. Subscribe to Success Lift, by the way. The Success Lift.
Right here.
My favorite podcast for health news and everything else. They don't really do news there, but they do more
do
like
news.
ideas. I'm a big fan of this podcast, by the way. I've
Thank you,
texted
buddy.
you a million times
you.
afterwards.
You
And I'm
have.
like,
You
I'm
have.
on the treadmill doing my steps, and I'm like, dude, that was a fucking money fucking like,
Thank you.
dude. And I'll say this too, like anybody who puts themselves out there and does things like that, I'm
Agreed.
here for that. You know what I
Agreed.
mean? Like that's not easy to do, first of all, and to turn it into a business like you've done is amazing. You know what I mean? Like we do it like here, and it's like easy to be. Listen, it's very easy to do the. This is like the fucking whatever. It's like we're joking around. Like it's easy to be funny, right? Like, well, or it's easy for me to be funny. I don't know if it's easy for everybody, but it's easy for me. But like what I'm saying is. To go out there and do what you're doing, like, dude, that's not. But and provide great content. Like, I
Why
think it's
would you
unbelievable.
why would you just diminish yourself right there?
Here we go with this fucking shit again. Listen,
He
are we
thinks-
doing therapy right now?
You guys got way better mics than me. You got a fucking professional. You got a
Cut!
You got a professional setup.
Yeah.
You're reading ads.
Yeah.
Like you have a real situation.
Yeah.
Why would you fucking
Because that's what
why
people
would you
like about
lower,
it.
Brendan
lower your
loves
energy?
self-deprecation.
Why would you
Fucking
lower your
loves
And
fucking
people
energy?
love it. Don't
and
you
be
realize
like,
it?
we suck. These guys don't suck.
No,
maybe
we're
you
good.
fucking suck.
We're
These
all
guys
good.
don't suck.
No. And Brendan-
Why would you be like, we suck?
Brian,
You're
you
better.
know what-
You
you know
guys
what
are
he
fucking
does?
great.
You
I
know-
listen to you.
Listen, he doesn't
So
get it.
fuck.
Yeah,
What
it's
the
good.
fuck?
You know what he does? He watches your podcast on mute, full stilt, the whole time. So don't listen to this
right.
guy.
Rick, talk about self-deprecation.
We're all killing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Brendan's
No,
the
we're
guy
all
that
good.
brings
We're
us
all
back.
good. No.
Thank you.
Listen, obviously, I think we're wildly talented. Listen, I'll tell you right now, you're listening to the best comedy podcast in America right now.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you right now,
Listen, if you don't think you're the fucking man, no one else will.
no, I do.
All right.
I think this is the best.
Cool.
With a Ric
That's a
Flair
fact.
podcast.
Yeah.
There you go.
100%. Woo! People come for the pain. How do you like that?
People
for the
come
fucking pain.
hard.
Yeah. I come hard in the paint.
Well done. Well
They
done.
come hard in the paint.
I do have one last question.
All right.
What is your absolute deathbed meal?
Deathbed
Ooh,
meal.
this is
That's
great.
that's a great question.
Yeah.
No meal?
You're
It's,
dying. You're dying like you're going to the chair now.
Grilled chicken from Chick-fil-A out.
No, it's out. It's out. No, it's chicken parm with a side of angel hair.
From where? Do you have a specific
You have
place?
to have, yeah, you have to have it from.
It's a spot in Jersey. You guys will.
Okay, just give it to me.
Maybe I want to go.
You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there.
What is
No,
that?
it's.
I feel like he doesn't know the place. Then.
No, I know.
Wasn't with too much
there's a number of places.
Okay,
So
all right.
I don't want to
fucking Sbarro.
diminish.
People are rushing the place.
I don't.
Fucking chicken pie.
I don't want to diminish the place. It's several Italian joints in
All right.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Grilled chicken. I'm sorry.
All right, chicken palm,
Chicken parm.
side linguine,
Side of angel hair.
angel hair. I
Angel
agree. That would be my go-to pasta if I was gonna have pasta.
Yeah, I mean that's that's
I
it.
don't eat that, but
How
I'm
much
good with that.
Jersey do you get on the side?
We should have just given him a fucking mic to decide.
What a line.
It's not gonna make so much sense. Yeah, that's probably it.
that's it.
That's probably pretty basic.
Are you not
Glass
a,
of red
are you,
wine
are
or
you not
something?
a,
Oh, hell yeah, yeah.
Are you not a bread guy?
No, I love bread.
Bread's the
Okay.
best.
Do you like
By the way-
how do you go with garlic bread?
Love garlic bread. By the way, I made the guy at what the
Turner's?
fuck's the name? Turner's.
Murdered.
By the way, shout out
bring it-
Turner's Seafood.
Shout out to
Melrose.
Turner's. The mussels with the beer and the mustard, like sauce
Yeah.
that they put the mussels in.
Yep.
I made them bring an extra piece of bread.
By the way, I
I
gotta
could
say
have
this.
fucking drank the bowl
I
of
gotta say
that
this
shit.
too because I told my family this when I went inside real quick to get ice for Brian's drink. So, obviously, Brian, myself, Rudy, all went to college together, and my sister went to college with my sister went and TJ.
TJ's here.
TJ's over there in the fucking lounge chair. My sister lived with all these guys except for Rudy. Actually, we've lived together when we were in Europe.
Yeah.
So my sister went to college with us too. She's
Just
2 years
slept
younger.
together mostly.
Yeah, just mostly bad.
You just said live with
We
all
didn't
these
really
guys. I'm
live.
pretty sure I'd never lived with your sister.
That count?
No. I'm saying I lived with all you.
Oh, okay.
So anyways,
Your
so
sister.
we're sitting there and like these guys show up and my sister's like,
All right,
she's like, is
all right.
Pannuzzo and Melrose? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, I saw him come out of Turner's. And he goes, how would your sister know what I look like? And Rudy looks at me and goes, you look like a freak of nature. She didn't even recognize
A lot
Rudy.
of stairs, lot of
She
stairs.
spent way more time with Rudy, but she didn't even recognize Rudy.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Love you.
Hi, Emily. Thanks for
All right,
recognizing me.
listen. This has been an amazing episode.
I
Yeah,
fucking love
great.
this.
This is
Great
a
episode.
fucking great one.
Yep.
We're gonna do the Patreon after. Rudy's gonna tell you all about me and him traversing Europe for 2.5 months.
I want to know, what is it, Swanson Pizza?
Swanton.
I can't wait to hear about it.
I would maybe we can dig more into your personal life and dig into why you're not
We're-
achieving all the things you're supposed to
We're
on
gonna
the
solve some
Patreon
fucking
episode.
problems. By the way, I'll tell you
Make
right
sure
now.
support the podcast
Listen, support
and
the podcast.
subscribe to the Patreon
By the way, I want to
because
say this right now: it's the best comedy podcast in fucking out of Boston.
I have
Hands
one.
down.
I have one
Fact.
request.
Hands down.
I have one
Fuck,
request.
fact, what?
There it is.
Can I unsubscribe from the fucking Patreon emails and just give you guys money every month? Because
You can,
there's a lot of
you can
emails.
do that manually.
I don't
I
want
got
to
a
like.
personal goal for you. Figure out how to do that. Okay? Here's a fucking goal for you. Figure out how to fucking
Open
unsubscribe.
up the
That
settings
sounds like
menu.
that sounds like a
Right,
specific
exactly.
goal.
He's like, get your goals together. How do I unsubscribe?
Fuck,
Make it a goal.
man.
Let's make it a goal on Monday.
It's usually highlighted and underlined. You just hit that button.
17
It's done.
fucking
Tomorrow,
email-
by the way,
17 emails a week I
tonight's
get from
update's
you
gonna be
guys.
Brian's gay. It's gonna fucking go right to your fucking email. By the way, meanwhile, you
Jeffy.
dickhead, every day I'm getting a success list in my fucking thing. It's like, did you fucking pick up the phone today? Well, if you didn't, like, you should pick up the phone and fucking figure out how to reunite yourself with your wife.
Good message.
By the way, that
I'll
is
tell you
a
right now.
really poor description of my daily emails.
Well,
if you
I'll
want to
tell you
go
right.
and
I'll
check
say
out my
this.
daily
I'm a
emails.
listen, I'm a daily email subscriber and a lifer. I'm a Brian
Thank you.
Pannuzzo lifer.
Thank you.
joking around. If you don't subscribe to Pannuzzo's fucking, by the way, you know Jay Hughes would be the first one on this fucking.
I just let him know I go 2 weeks in a row. You made the fucking podcast, which by the way, it's what we do. We interrupt each other. Do you know what he does? You're a breakfast guy. I just wanted to get your take on this real quick.
Please.
Jay Hughes, instead of putting milk in his scrambled eggs, he puts cottage cheese.
By the way, I don't hate that.
That's psychotic.
I don't hate that. But I should say.
That's for protein. That's for protein, right?
On the topic, I did that for my son. I did that for my son before a basketball tournament, and he puked in layup lines.
Yeah. So there you go, Jay Hughes. You're a fucking idiot.
He's now for a month after. He goes, Dad, can you make me eggs? But don't put any cottage cheese in, okay?
But I heard putting cottage cheese in recipes is for extra protein.
Yeah. So it's like it makes them creamier, right? It makes them softer, creamier, and it increases the protein. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So maybe he's not fucking psychotic.
Do they put cottage cheese in the eggs at Taco Bell? You getting them?
I wouldn't know.
Can we just move on from fast food breakfast?
100%. Yes.
Can we
Probably
all
not.
make that cat?
Yeah,
that
we can move on.
pact?
Taco Bell.
All right, listen.
I mean,
All right, here's what
in
I'll
the
do.
conversation, we can move on. In life,
No, never leaving.
All right, listen, Brian.
I love
You're
you
the
guys.
best.
You're the
Great
Thank
best.
you very
time.
much.
Excellent.
By the way, next time we do this,
Where can we find you?
You can find me here at
Right
this
here,
bar.
right now.
The next time
next time
I
we
do
do
now.
this, it will be here again, or it will be in California. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll go out
let's
to
do
California.
fucking
Fucking
LA.
Yeah.
PTC on the road.
unbelievable.
By the way,
Yes.
I stole like 30 stickers
Yep.
yesterday. I was very upset. They fucking took the 2 stickers I put.
I love it.
Was on a very nice resort in my
Yes.
town, right on the water, and then on a lamppost on Redondo Beach, in like right on the water. I had you guys in prime time location, and they fucking took them both
By the way,
off.
we have some
now
fucking
I'm on a
security.
mission. I'm gonna plaster these motherfucking things all
Let's
over
go.
the place.
I know right now.
Look,
We're
you're
breaking
tall,
all.
put 'em up
listen,
high.
we're breaking all.
Smart.
This is
Attaboy.
we're breaking all cross branding rules. It's like these should align with the other brand.
yeah.
It's like, you know what?
absolutely
How about
not.
this? Let's
Absolutely
throw some fucking. Let's throw.
I want
Let's throw a bridge across the water. And let's
Yes.
fucking get together and have
Yeah.
some breakfast. You know what I mean?
I want to
You bring
acknowledge
the
that
eggs, he'll bring
most
the
people
sausages.
that pay attention to me, that listen to you, probably be like, this fucking guy's out of his mind. So just give me a chance. All right, just give me
Ground zero.
give me a chance. Let me nurture the relationship. Let me build some trust. Let's end this so we can get the real star on the show. Let's get Rudy
When
on
I
the
first
podcast.
met him, that was what I thought of.
All right. Listen. So listen. To end the Success Lift
Yes,
podcast.
sure.
They
On all
can- how
platforms.
do they get to your like website to get in the email list?
Just go to the podcast.
No, I'm saying like to get on the email list.
thesuccesslift.com/join.
Yes. Perfect. Let's go.
That's it.
Like, let's get on that fucking email list.
Thank you.
Right?
Where do we get pictures of you with your shirt on?
Just text me and I'll
Right
send
here.
them
You
to
can
you.
get them on YouTube. If you don't watch on YouTube, you know what I
No
mean?
idea if
Yeah.
anyone can hear Rudy right now. But
All right, listen. We love you all. We'll see you. We're going to
I
do
appreciate you
Patreon.
guys.
I got a good feeling Rudy's going to give us something good.
I think
got a
Rudy's gonna give us
feeling.
something good.
All right. Peace. Bye.
Later.